have Deacon Skip Lucas here tonight? Sure. Come up and give our invocation. If all y'all please stand, and that will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
We stand before you, Holy Spirit, conscious of our sinfulness, but aware that we gather in your name. Come to us, remain with us, and enlighten our hearts. Give us light and strength to know your will and make it our own, and to make it in our lives. Guide us by your wisdom, support us by your power, for you are God, sharing the glory of Father and Son. You desire justice for all. Enable us to uphold the rights of others. Do not allow us to be misled by ignorance or corrupted by fear or favor. Unite us to yourself in the bond of love, and keep us faithful to all that is true. As we gather in your name, may we temper justice with love, so that all our decisions may be pleasing to you and earn the reward promised to good and faithful servants. You live and reign forever and ever, the Son and the Father, one God, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't think it's too early to say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you, Deacon. Mr. Hicks, let the record reflect that all councilmen are present, and each councilman, you have in your packet a review of the minutes from the December 1st regular session and the December 10th work session. If you would, take just a minute, look at these. If no changes or adoptions need to be made, I'll entertain a motion to adopt these for the record.
Make a motion we adopt.
Second.
Got a motion, second, to adopt the minutes. What's the pleasure of the council? All ayes, Ms. Hicks. Next, we've got privilege of the floor. Is there anybody here tonight that would like to come address the council on any matter? They'd have 3 minutes. Okay, if not, we're gonna move on to old business. Yes, sir. Come on. Come.
But I need to reserve it to come when you discuss Alberta Street.
Here's the question about
Alberta.
Come to everything.
Well, come on up. I mean, come on up and.
I don't have anything to say right now, but y'all gonna discuss Alberta Street, and I kinda didn't know if you were gonna interrupt our business or not. How do I do that?
Don't know if we're gonna interrupt our business.
My business, yes, discussion.
Oh,
So, what do I do?
Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
Call for that if you have anything to say,
that you literally come before the council, said at the public hearing.
Okay. Larry, what do you want to address us now? What kind of questions do you have about Alberta Street?
I don't know what y'all want to discuss.
Well, we don't either till we
you
get
know
there.
what date you're going to do this on, and you know when it's proposed to be done, and is it gonna be the entire Alberta Street or just where we are?
Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
as you recall, we discussed this in the work session, and one of the things, this will be tied to the existing resurfacing project. So we hope that when they start finishing the binders and button down the wear surface, that's when that will be done.
And we were saying about the summertime is we're gonna try.
Well, we're hoping by mid-spring. Mr. Morgan, that I know we're running about 10 to 15% behind schedule on that particular project, but you do anticipate to catch up if weather permits, that we'll be there by about mid-spring.
All right.
They're not gonna
Okay.
be digging any of Alberta Street up, are they?
They're gonna
They just
rebuild it. Remill it.
resurface.
We weigh average a day, right now, in off-season, 60 trucks a day
Yeah.
at the scale. And they all go either north or south across Alberta Street. So, Glenn said it'll be a 2-day project. I
Maybe.
can't shut down for 2 days. An alternate route, I haven't found one yet.
My recommendations is that we get with the contractor, the subcontractor, and see what we can do to schedule to help you to prohibit.
Okay, that's all I need.
Okay, thanks for coming. Okay, next, first item under old business, we've got a request to, permission to reject bids and authorize a rebid. We've got a request from Glenn Morgan of Poly Engineering to reject all bids received for the renovation of the facility located at 301 Plaza Drive for the relocation of Central Fire Station. The lowest bid, base bid submitted was received from Gencon Associates, in the amount of $1,397,567. Since this amount exceeds the funds available for the project, further authorization is requested to amend the scope of the project and authorize rebidding. Any questions concerning, the request from Glenn Morgan? If not, I'll entertain a motion to reject bids and authorize rebid.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion and a second to, reject the bids and authorize rebid. What's the pleasure of the council? All ayes, Mr. Hicks. Next, we've got another request from Glenn Morgan of Poly Engineering to reject all bids received for renovations to Bates Memorial Stadium. The lowest base bid submitted was received from Wyatt Sasser Construction LLC in the amount of $1,397,135. Since this amount exceeds the funds available for the project, further authorization is requested to amend the scope of the project and to authorize rebidding. Any questions concerning this from Mr. Morgan? Okay, if not, I'll entertain a motion at this time to reject bids and authorize rebid for Bates Memorial Stadium.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. What's the pleasure of the council? All ayes, Mr. Hicks.
Mr. Chairman, if I may,
Yeah.
Jenny has made it with the certificates.
Mr. Lorenzo, come on up, and we've got, I think, the, Christmas parade float certificates.
Councilman, Mayor, on behalf of the Enterprise Christmas Parade, I'd just like to say thank you all for your support. Thank you for the support of our staff, for the departments of Enterprise, but particularly I'd just like to thank the citizens of Enterprise. We was blessed with a beautiful night, and the citizens of Enterprise and the surrounding area really turned out. And that's just a blessing. And I just appreciate that from our citizens. Just thank you all for the support. But we do have some certificates that we'd like to give out tonight, and we have Ms. Jenny here. If we call your name out, please, and the organization, if you will, please come forward.
Sir, for the outstanding volunteer effort for the 2015 Enterprise Christmas Parade. Do we have anyone here representing the sir? Steve Baumgartner, for photographing the 2015 Enterprise Christmas Parade. Is he present? Jesse Baumgartner for photography, photographing. Anybody here? All right, best walking unit, Enterprise High School Band. Anybody represent? Come on with me. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a round of applause. Photos or anything of that nature? Need some more, Jenny? Come on. Best car truck, Mary Kay Kisses for Santa. You unplugged it, all right? Come on up, lady. Y'all come on. I'm good. All right, let's do this right. Who's accepted? All right. All right. would be Enterprise Pediatrics. Anybody here? Come on up, lady. Y'all doing okay? Good, good. Here we go. Let's go. Hold that just like so. Would you like to say anything?
We're just grateful, thank you so much.
Yes, thank
All
you.
right. Hold it. I just found out that you won first place. Good, it's gracious,
Thank you. You can hold
congratulations.
that one too. There you go.
All right, let's give them a round of applause. Got it? Thank you. Now, what we got? First place, Enterprise Health and Rehab. Oh, come on, lady. Here we go. Y'all like to say something?
Yes, we will. We'd like to thank everybody in the community for supporting the nursing home. Your visits, your volunteering, the church organizations who come out and help us, it means a lot to our residents and to the chamber for coming and supporting us and to the residents as well. So thank you guys because it takes all of us.
Give her a round of applause. Second place, Covington Electric. James? James, you like to say anything?
No, thank you. Hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas.
Let's give them a round of applause. Third place, Woodall's Heating and Cooling. Y'all come on up. Come on, guys. Y'all get on the end. Come on, come on. All right.
Over in the house.
Like to say anything?
Just that we appreciate the city of Enterprise and the Chamber of Commerce putting this on and make the kids have a great time.
Absolutely. Let's give them a round of applause. Honorable mention, Goolsby Plumbing and Electric.
I think they created that award.
Thank you. Come on up.
This no well deserved.
Thank you, sir.
Let's hold it right up here. You got it? Okay.
Got it. Oh, the ribbon
There you
too.
go. Give him a round of applause. Gene, you want to say anything?
I think y'all would take that ribbon.
Something on it.
Thank you very
y'all.
much.
Thank y'all. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. St. Luke United Methodist Church, second place. Would you like to say anything?
Just, grateful for the opportunity to represent these kids. They're a fine group of kids from the church, and, they made me part of that family when I'm down here for flight school.
Great. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Let's give them a round of applause. Last but not least, third place, Miss Angel Pageant. All right. is one of just absolute astonishment. So thank you for your hard work. Thank you for what you do for our city. Thank you, Chamber, for what you do. You're an arm of the, city, and we certainly appreciate your work on a day to day. Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, we're gonna move on, next item of old business, we've got a recommendation from Police Chief T.D. Jones to award the bid for the 5, in-vehicle digital camera systems to Digital Ally Incorporated in the amount of $20,720. That's, $4,144 per vehicle. The camera systems will be used in the Chevrolet Tahoes that were recently purchased for the police patrol vehicles. No other bids were received for this. Are there any questions, for Police Chief? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Move to grant the request.
Second.
Got a motion second to grant the request from Chief Jones. What's the pleasure of the council? All ayes, Mr. Hicks. We're gonna move on to, new business. First, we've got review and consider resolution 12-15-15. This is amending the job classifications and water systems operators 1 or 2 and water supervisor. This resolution provides for an amendment to ordinance 10-1601, which establishes the employees' classification plan salary schedule. The amendment calls for the deletion of water systems operator 2 in pay grade 5 and reclassifies the existing job classification in pay grade 7, and for the deletion of water supervisor in pay grade 6 and reclassifies the existing job classification in pay grade 8. I know we went over this at the last work session. Are there any questions, for the mayor or Mr. Mahan?
Make sure I understood it. This really is not gonna cost anything. It's just restructuring to make it better on the employees and help for retainage.
It will fall within the merit system, the normal merit system. That is correct. Okay, any other questions?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, got a motion and second to adopt resolution 12-15-15. What's the pleasure of the council? All ayes, Mr. Hicks. Next, we're gonna introduce an ABC license request. This request comes from Circle K Stores Incorporated, doing business as Circle K, store number 2723906. This is for a retail beer and wine off-premise consumption license. This is located at 1315 East Park Avenue, and we will be calling for a public hearing, in our next regular scheduled meeting, January 5th, 2016. Next, we've got review and consider a change order. We've got a request submitted by Glenn Morgan of Poly Engineering for the approval of a proposed change order to Wiregrass Construction. This is for the, milling and resurfacing of Alberta Street at an estimated construction cost of $33,500, and the leveling and resurfacing of Wesley Drive at an estimated construction cost of $11,500. The total estimated construction cost is $45,000 and is proposed to be completed as a change order to the 2014 street improvement project. Further authorization is requested to authorize the mayor to execute the change order upon consultation with the engineer and subject to an opinion from the city attorney. Any questions concerning, this change order? Now I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second granting, the change order. What's the pleasure of the council? All ayes, Mr. Hicks. Next, we've got review and consider Poly Engineering task order, and, this is a consideration of Poly Engineering Incorporated task order number 28 in the amount of $21,900 for the engineering design, permitting, and construction administration services for the College Street roadway crossing. Since this project is located in a regulated FEMA floodway, construction will require the filing of a conditional letter of map revisions, which is known as a CLOMAR, for FEMA review and approval prior to construction. Once approved and construction is complete, a letter of map revision, which is a LOMAR, must be filed with FEMA and appropriate public notifications done in order to close out the project. The initial scope of the work will be for the preliminary engineering and the FEMA CLOMAR application. Any questions concerning this covered? I know we went over this extensively in the last work session. Do we have any questions?
I think we decided this was not gonna be anything that happened right away because of FEMA.
Mr.
Mayor.
Chairman, this is an extensive process. It'll take a lot of due diligence on our part, but we do have some erosion from, rains from, the past, and this past, spring, as a matter of fact. We will expedite this as soon as possible, but this is the first phase of implementing, replacing that culvert, and we not only included replacing the culvert, but also the milling and resurfacing from the signal light back toward, into downtown. So, this is the first phase.
But the construction is not the holdup, the permitting.
Yes, that
the
is,
holdup, is that
that
correct?
is the main issue that we have to get, is the permitting. Just like we did on Lester Drive and everywhere else, that we deal with any kind of environmental issues.
Okay. Have any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion, for the task order.
So moved.
Got a motion and a second to grant the task order. What's the pleasure of the council? All ayes, Mr. Hicks. Next, we've got review and consider contract billings. We've got 4 this month. White Sasser Construction's the first, estimate number 3, for $139,791.55. This is for construction, in the airport T-Hangar Rehab Project. Second one, is Barge Wagner Sumner and Cannon Incorporated. Invoice number 142421 for $7,502.70. This is for contract design and administrative services at the airport T-Hangar Rehab Project. Third is Poly Engineering, invoice number 16046 for $30,811.64. This is for construction, engineering, and inspection on the A-Trip Dolphin Street project. And the fourth is for Jack Sheriff Farms, invoice number 85 for $10,584, and this is for contract services for sludge removal. Any questions concerning contract billing? If not, I'll entertain a motion to pay contract billing.
So moved.
Got a motion second to pay contract billing. What's the pleasure of the council? All ayes, Mr. Hicks. Next, we've got review and consider travel requests. First comes from Fire Department Chief Byron Herring, attending the Fire Chiefs Executive Development Program in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, February 3rd through the 6th, 2016. Estimated cost $669. Next is Parks and Rec Department. It's for Billy Powell, Warren Bowen, and Bridget Briggs to attend the 2016 Alabama Recreation and Parks Association State Conference in Orange Beach, Alabama, January 30th through February 3rd. Estimated cost will be $2,430. And there's another one under Parks and Rec for Billy Powell, Warren Bowen, and Hal Carrington to attend the 2016 Dixie Baseball Softball State Meeting. This is in Rogersville, Alabama, February 5th through the 7th. Estimated cost $870. I believe that's all the contract billings. Does anybody have any questions?
Move a grant travel request.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to grant travel request. What's the pleasure of the council? All ayes, Mr. Hicks. Mayor Boswell.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, as well as all the citizens throughout the city of Brookside. That's all I have.
Councilman Cooper.
I would also like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and the most prosperous Happy New Year.
Councilman Johnson.
Just ditto, I wanna wish everybody a Merry Christmas and hope we have another great year next year in the city of Enterprise. Merry Christmas.
Councilman Dodd.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out, and I also wish everyone a Merry Christmas. And Renzo, I think you've done a fine job on the Christmas parade.
Councilman
Merry
Martin.
Christmas. I hope everyone's safe and has a great New Year, and we'll see y'all next year.
Yeah, I like to say the same thing. I'd like to wish everybody a safe and happy holiday season, Christmas and New Year. And if not, we're gonna adjourn this meeting.